change the tool tip to something a little sharper. Two flakers, iron flakers. One is a lot sharper than the other. I'm going to take the sharper one and see if I can make this edge a little more uniform. So I got to be very careful on these next series of thinning flakes. The platforms have to be strong, but not too strong. And I want a nice continuous platform, because it's very easy to make a mistake with a flake. And I like to just move over a little bit, take a next flake, and see if that solves the problem. And for that style of knapping, I need a continuous platform. I don't tend to isolate each and every platform, or I don't isolate for each strike. I don't build a platform for each strike in most cases. Now, is abrading building a platform? Yes, it is. But abrading usually doesn't isolate unless you are using your abrader to chip away at the sides of the platform and isolate it. There's various ways to chip away at the sides, or various ways to create a platform with your abrader, an isolated platform. And one of the ways is to go in and, grind away or pick away, or actually use the flaker to use the abrader as a pressure flaker. I don't tend to do it that way. For me, that's just the unnecessary time consumer. I use direct percussion with the abrader rather than pressure to isolate. I'll use direct percussion to isolate if I can. If I can't, I'll just knock off the weak spots and attack opportunistically. See, when you rub this back and forth, it automatically removes all the weak spots, and all you're left with is spots that you can strike on. And you just make a decision whether you think it's a good spot to strike or not. I might just, well, there's some areas that I think I should hit with percussion. I was saying maybe I could just do the rest with pressure and we'll try to run long flakes. Let's see, we'll try a little bit. I know I can run some good flakes near the tip because that's not a very far distance to travel. Yeah, I got an overshot there. Let's see. When I get an overshot, I need to redo that whole edge. Stocktons are pointy, but they're not needle tipped. So there's a convexity on the tip. There's no concavity near the tip on the edge, right? It's all convex. I should probably wait till later to do this because I might snap it on the pad. If the tip is too thin and I'm working on the base, I might snap the tip off. So I'm not going to make the tip very thin right now. I just want to get it to where it's straight. Okay, that's good enough. Now, where was I? I was trying to do some pressure flaking. Now, I did not see any, there's no pattern flaking on these Stocktons. So it's pretty random. But I don't see a lot of bold flaking. I see some of the original surface on some of these. Like here is original surface. Here it appears as some original surface. This is all just random. There are some thin ribbon looking type flakes on some of this. But this is all random. So a little bit of bold flaking here, but mostly it's all random. You can see the base. These little thinning flakes are random. There's some original surface, it looks like, on some of these bases. Original surface of the flake or spall. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting too far with this. I'm afraid to use a whole lot of pressure. I can get better results with nice and easy strikes with indirect percussion instead of trying to do a lot of bracing and gripping and firming up a lot of these positions in order to do a pressure flake. In order to do a pressure flake of that size, I got to really put some effort into bracing it and pushing on it. But with indirect percussion, it's just a tap on this kind of material. Now with tough raw chert, that I can't just tap it. It's a hard strike, but on this stuff I can just kind of tap it. The bad part is if I tap it too lightly, I get that. And instead of carrying through the lumpy spot, it just creates a step. I gotta be careful with the edges because I'll be putting serrations in them, in the edge here in a minute. I don't want a bunch of mess on the edges like that. Okay, that's a good teaching opportunity. Don't do that. That's what I was trying to avoid. I have to make sure I don't get that. And I took pains in trying to make the edge strong and all that, and I still got that crushing, which is unfortunate because I don't want to lose any more width, but to correct it, I've got to lose some width. I'm narrating a lot on this one. Hope you guys don't mind. Some of it's on topic and some of it's not. I think I'm getting, reaching the, I'm approaching the limits to how narrow I can go to replicate that 1 point. But since the Stocktons are not consistent in size, not too worried. Let's see if I can get a pressure flake here. I'm really having to focus to get these flakes to travel. Because the edge is too thin for what I want to do. I'm working with minimal platforms to get some thinning flakes at this stage. Okay, there's a lump here in the middle, but I tried to get to that lump, but I'm just going to leave it in. I'm running out of time. Now in this material, it's hard to pop out those little fingernail steps. I don't know why. So I've been sending in flakes to get rid of those. They don't pop out easy. If I try to pop them out, I leave little metal marks on the surface. There goes that one. Okay, so not too bad for the preform. There's just a thick spot there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let's put in the corner notches. I need to raise these sides a little bit. trying to get a firm picture on these. Okay, I can go more narrow. I'm a little bit too wide. I can go more narrow on toward the bottom. Okay. It's almost straight-sided. Just checking. These knots go. These notches go straight in. It looks like, with nice pop outs at the end. If I can do one more good pop out, I might be able to get rid of those steps there. That's a nice pop out, but too much. And I still didn't get that last bit. Okay, I'll continue. I think I can get the symmetry back. Oops. Oh, let's see. I think I can get the symmetry back, and then make that notch look a lot better on that side. Here. Okay.